fool you.
Power, yeah, power to the people. Yeah, all power to the people. Yeah, the power's in the people. In the streets mobbing, repping good over evil. Look, power to the people.
I want to get into this. Alpo, right? And I got to introduce this properly. It's really bothering me. Let's go. Right, you got Alpo's son fighting Paparazzi Poe. Alpo's son fighting King Erner. So, so what is this? Celebrity snitch boxing match? You send your son in the ring to get a fair one with King Erner. Now you want a fair one? You want to get in the ring and box? How? How do you get a fair one? I don't understand that. Did any of your victims get a fair one? No. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe all the proceeds are going to all the Alpo victims. You feel me? Maybe all the proceeds fight, right? Maybe all the proceeds of the fight are going to commissary, right, for all the people that's still looking at life that he put behind bars over snitching. If by some chance you were born yesterday, a fair one is a slang term for fighting one-on-one. Drop the weapons, tell your people to fall back, and let's shoot a fair one. The audacity of Alpo or his son, that's too close, to step in a boxing ring to get a fair one. To fight fairly. Again, my phone lines are open. How is it that you can take a snitch jacket, how you can spin that into being this legendary boogeyman? Now, I'm not trying to let my nuts hang or try to act like, yo, no. I'm speaking as a man covering a story. The story is that your son is fighting King Erner, a person that called you out for snitching. He told the people, he educated the people on who you really were. But then King Erner fell for the oop-de-wop because King Erner was supposed to be the person who snatched people's honor. Major bones off of snatching people's honor. How did you fall into the trap? Giving that honor back to Alpo. Giving that honor back to Alpo's son. Because when you give someone a fair one, when you step into a boxing ring, that's honorable. So how is it that you giving Alpo honor, King Erner, by fighting his son? That's not honorable. That's not honorable. Fighting Paparazzi Poe. His son don't deserve a fair one either. Then you entertain the conversation of fighting Alpo. That's not honorable. You're giving them their honor back. You're supposed to be the honor snatcher, King Erner. So if you snatch their honor, and then somebody coming to you and ask, oh, they want a fair one, they want to shoot a fair one, you're supposed to continue to snatch that honor and put the world on notice that these two will never get a fair one with you because their victims never got a fair one, and they should never get a fair one with anybody else because they are who they are. Tell me about any initiative that's pushing the black community forward that Alpo Martinez or his son Paparazzi Poe have created or participated. Tell me a class or tell me a venue or a seminar or a web page or IG Live or anything where they're telling the people, yo, this ain't the life to live. You know, I did this, I did that. These was mistakes I made in my life, and you shouldn't make the same mistakes. Tell me where I can find that at. You tune in to the Black People's Podcast. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit share, and make sure you hit subscribe right now. Show me anything where he still used this so-called influence or power to say, okay, I'm going to do this, and we're going to raise this money, and these proceeds are going to go to further this black positive cause. Can anybody tell me tonight how and why Alpo Martinez is so celebrated? And I don't want to jump out the window too far. You know, people hit me every time and they tell me who he was and who he still is. They say, be careful, you know, Alpo's still a boogeyman out there. I understand this very well. Now you're buffering my sentiment. Don't know how to explain it. I know he's being celebrated. I know that there is an aura or an allure about this story in Alpo, and I know that it seems to be held up high by certain people like Queen's Flip, right? It's a urban legend, and it's not spoken of in a negative way, like don't end up like this person, don't do that. No. This person is held high, all the way to the point to where he's figured out how to make money off of the same community that he ran Rapid over. Why is Alpo so celebrated? That's what I want to know. Dog, I'm from Houston, Texas. Fifth Ward to be exact. This the home of Jay Prince, homie. If you don't know, do your research. There's certain things that you can do. No matter it don't matter who you are. It's certain things that you can do, i.e. snitching, and you can never come back from. How is he able to not only survive but prosper? Salute. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, yo, what up, Brad? This Charlie, Unbeatable Beast, man. As far as the situation with Alpo, man, as far as my knowledge of his history goes back way back to the 80s, early 90s. I used to hear a lot of buzz in the streets about this cat. You know, I'm a guy, I live in Texas. I've been here since I was like maybe 14, 15, since 1994, 95. But my roots come from Gary, Indiana. And Gary, Indiana is a very stiff city. So we used to hear about all the legends and all the guys getting money and all the dope boys and all the runners and all the steppers and all that, you know what I'm saying? So we used to hear a lot of things, man. And the first thing I ever heard about Alpo, you know, he used to come to Chicago a lot, come to the Gary area a lot, you know what I'm saying, networking, trying to flip something here and there or whatever. But that wasn't his major market, but he was always around, and we would always hear stories about this guy, man. And I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? I was like 9, 10 years old, hearing about this guy, hearing about these dudes getting all this money. And fast forward a little bit to the 90s, you know, I got family members who was connected with this guy, you know, that was doing work, that would go on trips, that would meet up. Like, a lot of people don't know, back in the day, back in the 90s and 80s and shit, man, it was a circuit with all of the kingpins from major cities that was getting money together and was fucking around, and they had a major network together, and they was always getting money. So everybody kind of knew everybody who was getting money all across the country, man. And this is young black men, niggas like 19, 20, 21, probably not even older than 25 yet, just networking and getting all these hundreds and thousands and millions of dollars and all this. And everybody knew who everybody was that was getting money, man. And I used to cross that out of my mind as I got older, because I kind of never realized, I never put connected the dots with like who Alpo was when I got older to who he was when I used to hear about him when I was younger. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I really feel like people who give him a pass, they give him a pass because plainly he was a real live stepper as well as he was a hustler.
Okay.
Feel what I'm saying? So there's going to be a lot of cats in the game, in the streets, that give props to Alpo more on his stepping level of him being a shooter, as well as the nigga that's putting in work. You know what I'm saying? They got the bricks and they got the work in these streets. Alpo was out here in these streets walking. Wayne Perry decided to remain silent, and he's doing his time. He could have told everything on Alpo, and all the shit together, and a bunch of niggas that was in D.C. that he, you know what I'm saying, that Alpo wasn't even connected to. Wayne Perry could have been out in these streets.
Right.
But that lets you know the difference between real street niggas that's solid. You could be a killer all fucking day long, but what's in your heart? What's in your mindset? How, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in the movie, it fucked me up because Cameron played Alpo to the T, bro. Like, couldn't nobody else play Alpo like that? Was
Cameron. Legendary. That was legendary, and I think it's a part of the reason that he celebrated so much. I think that Alpo did such a great job playing. I mean, I think Cameron did such a great job playing Alpo in Paid in Full that it hit people. It hit people with the oop-de-wop and gave them an allure and distracted people from the truth, and that's a compliment to Cameron. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's why exactly what I was always thinking. Like, Cameron embodied that role. Even at the very end, when, Alpo, when Cameron was sitting there in his orange jumpsuit being interrogated by the laws, we got caught up. He said something very prophetic in that movie.
Right.
He said, I'm not going to snitch on nobody from New York. I'm going to give you a couple of DC cats.
Right.
Because when I come home, I'm still going to be king. And this was in 2002 when I first saw that, and I was like, damn. That was heavy.
Yo.
But then you fast forward over 20 years later, almost 20 years later, it's prophetic. Alpo is out here, and he's still king.
Yo.
They still praising this man. He still get to move.
Yo.
You see what I'm saying?
Yo.
So
I gotta let you go on that one. You gotta end it on that one. It was.
Man.
Can you say that one more time? I don't even know how to say the word. It was prophetic. Can you tell us again? What did he say at the end of Paid in Full? Tell us one more time.
It was prophetic. He said, when I come home, I'm still gonna be king. 30 years later. You know what I'm saying? 30 years later, Alpo still king. He's still walking around. Ain't nobody touched him. Niggas can go run up and tell him, but he gonna see you before you go see him. That's Alpo, bro.
All power to the people. Yeah, the power's in the people. Burning and looting, repping good over evil. Look, truce.
Yeah, we here, man. We here, man.